Alright, people on YouTube. I have adjusted the audio since the last video, and now I think we are ready to go on to our next mission. So, by the way, I think there might have been a bit of a problem with my uploading the videos, the last 3 videos that I uploaded, because almost nobody watched them, which means one of two things. I was just trying the scheduled upload for the first time. So it could simply mean that something went wrong, and that you all were never notified. So if you all were never notified about the uploads, the last 3 videos I made, please tell me. I think I'll probably re-upload all of them so that subscribers get notification. Because last time I checked, they were averaging 5 views, and they'd been up for like 3 or 4 days. Okay, so either nobody cares about these, or more likely, my subscribers did not get notified properly. Because the videos before have been averaging a couple hundred views at least. So, anyway, now we're going into the Korsun Pocket. And I'm going to upload this one normally. So, this is the Eastern Front again. Yeah, we're in Ukraine, it looks like, and here's the little video that they show.
The Battle of Stalingrad was the ultimate turning point on the Eastern Front. Germany would never fully recover. The war was now for the Soviets to lose. They had many difficult battles ahead, with the ultimate goal of not only liberating occupied Soviet territories, but taking the war all the way to Berlin and wiping out the Nazi regime once and for all. By the winter of 1944, a large salient formed on the front line of the Ukraine. Centered around the town of Korsun, the salient was defended by 2 German armies. Both sides concentrated large forces in this small area, including dozens of divisions, thousands of tanks and heavy guns, and hundreds of thousands of soldiers.
Alright. Sounds like we're going to have ground targets.
Complex operation with 2 simultaneous pincer attacks from the flanks and a subsequent encirclement of the German defenders. German forces inside were to be surrounded and wiped out, Stalingrad style. The operation was meant to deal an...
I was going to say, it sounds like what the Soviets did at Stalingrad.
And pave the way for the Soviet advance into Germany itself.
Alright. So it sounds like this should be a pretty interesting one, actually. So, one good thing this game does, I know I complained about it before, but one good thing this game does is it actually gives a lot more focus on the Eastern Front than most games do. Again, this comes at the expense of the fact that it focuses on so many different things, it feels inconsistent and sort of unfocused. Just because it jumps around so much to basically almost every front of the war in Europe. But, on the other hand, you do get cool stories like this. So, the encirclement is almost complete. The only remaining obstacle is a battery of German heavy guns. Your order to launch a strike deep into enemy-held territory. Alright, so it's just a ground mission. So that little video that they showed for the historical part actually was pretty good. I think I have an idea. I hadn't really heard about this battle much before. I'm familiar with Stalingrad, it sounds similar. But now I kind of have the idea a bit better. I think the videos they do are pretty good. Individual stories don't work in my opinion. Cutscene's a little awkwardly quiet and long.
Our target are the artillery guns nearby. We'll fly south along the river. Stay in formation.
Stay in formation. Yeah, the hell I'm gonna do that. You don't play this game in formation, please.
Bandit sighted.
Oh, maybe I should. Looks like I might get wrecked. Well, I'm so far ahead of everyone else at this point. Might as well just go for it. There you go. That's a good hit if there ever was one. And another. Huh. Good, I think I'm actually back into getting the hang of the whole frontal assault on other airplanes then. As I almost get taken out by like a kamikaze hit. Oh yeah, we have this map too. What are all those blue allies of ours on the ends of the map? Are they gonna play a role? I don't know what kind of bombs these planes use, but that was a heck of an explosion. We also have these other guys over here who I'm sure we're gonna have to take out at some point. Alright, my allies have arrived. Good timing. Because dropping bombs sideways is a thing that you can do in this game. Oh! Alright, I don't think that actually hit me, but it hit right next to my wing. I will say also in favor of this game that the artillery, or the anti-air, looks really cool, despite the fact that it doesn't tend to damage you that much. It's like, I saw that huge explosion next to my wing, and I was like, what the hell happened? It managed not to hit me, but it looked really cool. Okay, the game decided that they all died because I killed enough of them.
Good job. No, that's not all.
My targeting thing disappeared.
We'll deal with it too.
Oh, like that. You see all this shit blowing up around me. Ah. The bob and weave. Oh, shit, somebody's got my number. You know, these planes are a lot more impressive. I know that, of course, the planes got more advanced as the war went on, but these planes are actually pretty impressive. They don't handle that badly, and they actually seem to be pretty effective as bombers, which is surprising, because they don't look that differently than fighter planes. It almost handles like a really heavy fighter plane. I think that guy's going down. Yeah, he's done. Alright, let's take these guys out before all the fighter planes decide to aggro on me. That ought to do it. What? The Sturmoviks are in trouble, or however you pronounce it? Sturmovik, whatever. Oh, what? And somehow my bomber here can outrun fighter planes. That war emergency power, man. Alright, I don't know who killed that one. Maybe they have a rear gunner or something in the Sturmovik? I don't recall. They probably do. I think I hit him. Just ought to... should hit him at some point. There you go. It's kind of cool to watch your enemies go down and flame out in this game. Alright, I have the volume on my TV turned down a bit, so it's actually difficult for me to hear what they're saying.
How delicious. Not even camouflaged.
Alright. You know, so far this mission has seemed pretty solid. I mean, it's your standard ground attack type of thing, but it's a pretty fun mission. There's just enough or rather, air-to-air dogfighting to make it fun. And I do like some of the ambient things. Like, up there right in front of me, you can see a line of my planes, which are probably a line of bombers who are about to get wrecked. Oh yeah, and then there are more of my bombers over there. So there's all this kind of cool ambient stuff going on. This mission's pretty well made. Because this is a thing you would do in real life, right? In your bomber, just decide you're going to take on like 5 fighter planes or something. I think he's going down. Alright, something. Field trucks. It's a little weird how the anti-aircraft guns never actually hit me, or they haven't so far this mission. They seem pretty inaccurate. I don't know if that's historically accurate or not. If anyone watching knows, that would be kind of cool to hear. Sure. What's my secondary objective? I couldn't hear. Okay. It looks like this one might be land, but I just wanted to point out, in like half of the missions, the secondary objective is to leave the battle zone yourself. Really? They couldn't come up with anything better than that for a secondary objective. Here it looks like it might be landing the plane, which is a bit better. I haven't done this for a long time. I used to be pretty good at it. Try to get my allies to get this guy off of me. I don't know on the map, what on earth are all those allies of ours doing just way out there? I mean, I guess, again, maybe they decided to just put it in for the sake of having kind of some ambient stuff going on. Because realistically, the battle wouldn't just be the stuff that I'm involved with. So overall, this mission, pretty darn good, actually. Looks like I am supposed to land. Alright, well, I'll get right on that. Not sure why we have like 2 squadrons of planes just messing around in the air over us, but okay. Not the decision I would have gone with if I were high command. But I don't think it's even landing. I don't see an airstrip here. Yes, the thrilling secondary mission that is flying in a straight line.
25th, 1944. The Germans are digging their heels in, but they must surely be close to breaking. We targeted...
Yeah, they're digging their heels in, but I just wrecked like half the German army by myself.
And obliterated the artillery batteries with no problem. Things became a lot more difficult, however, when a group of Fritz 190s targeted my comrade Nefedov. His rear gunner was killed in the attack, and he was fighting to stay alive until I could get to him. Of course, they didn't stick around long after I arrived. Hearing his calls over the radio as he begged for help brought back a lot of memories from this war. It never gets any easier to see a fallen comrade. I pray each night that there are no more funerals in my homeland. We finished our mission destroying a procession of uncamouflaged fuel trucks. The Germans may not be finished yet, but they are getting lazy.
Alright, so this mission points out, or this little cutscene here, points out exactly what's wrong with all these cutscenes after each mission. He's talking about how he's like so worried about his friend. But we don't know who this guy is, let alone his friend. I mean, I know he's the same guy from earlier in the game, but we don't know them, we don't know their story, really. No, it would be a lot more emotional And a lot better of a story if they introduced and built up his friend, who we saved from those two fighter planes earlier. Because then we'd get the call for help and we'd be like, oh no, I like that guy. I hope the game doesn't decide that he gets shot down. I better go help him and try really hard. For me, it's like I didn't even know it was supposed to be one of, like I knew he was an ally in the plane, but it didn't mean anything to me. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know his story. Well, that was a pretty easy one. So next we'll move on to the breakthrough.